Welcome to another episode of DIY with Leni. Just joking. Or maybe I'll make it a thing now. I bought myself a Cajon. That's a music instrument. I'm not 100% sure about the history, but I think it came about to be like people were just playing on wooden boxes, like crates where things were stored, and they realized like, oh, cool. Cajon means box. Cool, it gives a nice sound, and nowadays you can buy wooden boxes to make sounds. But initially it was just some cargo crates, I think. So I did this before. I built my own Cajon and painted it. But when I started traveling so extensively and I gave up my flat that time in Austria, in Salzburg, I minimized all my possessions. I gave away most of my things. And I also sold my Cajon that time. So now it's time to build a new one. And I bought a small one, so usually they are much bigger, so you can sit comfortably. But I want a small one which I can take with me wherever I go, as in not for traveling, but if I move bigger places, like if I move from continent to continent, like I do every few years, then I might be able to take it. And here, this one is from Meindl, really good company. So I hope that this set also will be high quality. Let's see. Looks like okay for now. And the fun part is I have to build it together myself, and I also want to paint it. So now I just have to figure out, should I paint it first or should I build it together first? Not so sure.
When I started building this Cajon, I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to try. I wanted to create something real, something that carries my energy. I didn't follow a plan, I followed the joy. Building this instrument felt like being a child again, with a big box of paint and wild imagination.
Usually I don't even look at the instruction manual, only if I get stuck. But I want to do it a little professional today. But still it looks like, I don't know, a little overdue. Like they are saying, you should tie it all together now. And of course the angle should be right, otherwise the other pieces will not fit. But they did such a nice job preparing everything, you can actually not do much wrong here. Angles are also fine. So I will just put some books on it now to make it a little heavier and let it dry. I will not put these, how do you actually call it? Let me check here. Screw clamps. Or belt clamps. Learned something new again. So I don't need the screw clamps or anything like that, because it's nicely together. I don't think we have to overdo everything here and do everything to the perfection level. I'll just put some books and let it dry, and then we'll move on to the next step.
Even though I didn't cut the pieces myself, I felt their story. I felt the invitation to bring them together with intention, to make something sacred with my hands. As I sanded the surfaces and fit the pieces into place, it became more than assembly. It became connection, a quiet rhythm of its own. Each screw, each tap, each edge aligned was a small act of devotion. This was not just a box. It was a future drum, a future pulse, a future voice. Even before the color and the paint, it already carried soul.
So I grinded this little piece now for the last 45 minutes. And before I didn't like it at all. I was like, oh God, what did I do? But now all the edges are soft, and I even considered for a while not painting it because the touch is so soft. But yeah, of course I'll paint it. That was the whole point of it. And I'm not too happy about the sound yet. The snare is quite hard. So let's see what I come up with there. But otherwise, cool project so far.
I let the colors dance, pink and purple, just like a sunset in a dream. My power animals showed up like old friends, guiding me, playing with me. It felt like magic and mischief in the best way. I didn't try to be perfect, I just wanted to feel. And now this drum is filled with laughter, movement, and mystery. I made a rhythm box for my soul. Gold is never just a decoration, it's intention, illumination. As I laid the gold leaf onto this drum, I felt like I was sealing in light, like gilding prayers into the surface. Each piece shimmered like a whisper from the divine. Gold holds frequency. It reminds us of the sacred, the precious, the eternal. I use it not for beauty alone, but for energy, to mark this drum as a vessel of magic, of power, of soul.
I'm not even halfway through the painting process, but I'm so happy with it already. It's turning out to be such a beautiful instrument. And yesterday I did a little more work. I put some gold leaf and some gold spray and some gold ink and started sketching the animals which I want to put on it. So let's get going and let's start painting this baby.
These are not symbols, these are guides. Each power animal came to me in its own time, through dreams, visions, shamanic journeys, and deep listening. As I painted them here, I invited them to live in this drum. They are the keepers of the rhythm, the protectors of energy. The lynx, the eagle, the snake. Each with its own message, each with its own medicine. Together, they remind me who I am when I forget. This Cajon is not just mine. It belongs to the wild, the unseen, the ancient ones who walk with me. Isn't she beautiful? Here we have Linux, which is one of my power animals, and the serpent. Serpent plays a very important role in my life also. I also have a serpent tattoo on my arm. And the eagle, also one of my most important allies. And here we have some magical creatures. So a moth and mushrooms. Mushrooms are very interesting for me because modern science is still not sure. Is it a plant? Is it an animal? What is it? How much is it alive? It's a very certain energy to it. So I'm very fascinated by mushrooms also. And no, I don't take mushrooms as drugs. They just fascinate me as that. Yes, project complete. Feels really good, and it really turned out beautiful. I love it. I love the color story of it. Actually, my daughter decided the color story, so she was like, "Mama, I also want to play this drum. Can it be our drum?" I was like, "Yeah, you can also play. Can be our drum." And then she's like, "Yeah, I want it lila. Lila is purple. I want it purple and pink." I was like, "Okay, we can do that." And yeah, now I love it. Like before I was thinking it might be a little too much, but it harmonizes quite well. And it's definitely a showpiece also, not just an instrument. I'm just walking around, I'm looking at it from all the sides. I'm very, very, very happy with it, very pleased. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did. And if you want to see more of my artwork and also of how I do things, maybe time lapses, just let me know in the comments down below and I will produce more of these kind of videos. Also, if you like this video, please give me a like, that will help me. And of course, if you want to see more of me, then subscribe to my channel now. See you in the next video.